The Clippers are in the 4th year of the Kawhi Leonard Paul George era, and this upcoming season will be the most anticipated season for the Clippers ever since Kawhi and Paul George went there. Their first year, it looked like they were going to win it all, but the pandemic happened and they eventually blew a 3-1 lead to the Denver Nuggets in the second round of the playoffs. Then, the second year, they made it all the way to the conference finals, but Kawhi tore his ACL in the second round of the playoffs against the Utah Jazz. Then the third year comes, which was last season, and Kawhi was out all year because of that ACL tear, and Paul George missed about 15 games because of an elbow injury. The Clippers still ended up making it all the way to the play-in tournament, where they eventually got knocked out by the Pelicans. So now the Clippers are entering the 2022-2023 season with huge expectations. So the goal of this video is to find out if the Clippers actually have a shot to win the championship. So let's get right into it. One of the biggest things for the Clippers was adding John Wall to the lineup. Some people see this as a good move, which I do, and some people see this as a bad move. I understand why though. Wall didn't play at all in 2 of the last 3 seasons. He hasn't played over 70 games since 2016 and is 32 years old. But I see this. The last time he was playing, he averaged 20 points and averaged 7 assists per game in the 40 games he played for the Houston Rockets back in 2020. Now with Wall on the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George don't need to be making plays for others anymore. They can let John Wall do that. Kawhi and Paul George can just focus on being finishers and be the great defenders that they are, and like I said, let Wall set the other guys up. Because John Wall is averaging the 7th most assists per game in NBA's history and the 2nd highest among active players. Wall never had 2 teammates like Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. Yes, he played alongside Bradley Beal for a long time, and maybe because of that he was able to average 9 assists per game throughout his career. But I'm excited to see John Wall playing alongside Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. The Clippers have the deepest team in the NBA. Nobody is surprised about that. But the scary thing about this team is that they have so many two-way players. Plus, they can actually put a lineup out on the floor that is 6'7" or taller. Imagine this: Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, Paul George, Nick Batum, and Robert Covington at the same time out on the floor. Teams won't be able to score that easy on them. However, there is a problem with this team though. Can they build chemistry together? Because a lot of the players that they have on the team right now are used to having huge roles, like huge all-stars. They were players that averaged 15 plus points per game, were players that started on their team. So I don't know how they're going to be able to gel that all together, but I do believe that that's where Ty Lue comes in, as he's considered to be the best coach in the NBA right now because of his ability to bring teams together and to make the right call to change the momentum of a game. I can't forget, he has also won a championship in the past, so I do believe he'll be able to help his team come together, you know. Another thing that we have to consider, but it's not a problem, is that Kawhi Leonard is coming back from an ACL injury. And that's no tiny injury, you know what I mean? A lot of players in NBA's history haven't been able to come back and be the same player from an ACL tear. And the last time Kawhi played a game was back in June 2021 and in the playoffs against the Utah Jazz, like an official NBA game. But before he went down with that injury during the 2021 playoffs, he was playing possibly the best basketball he has ever played. He was putting up 30 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals on a shooting split that not many players can replicate. Fast forward to today, reports have been indicating that he's looking very sharp, explosive, and quick. Y'all seen this photo, right? This dude's legs are looking huge, bro. Kawhi just needs to be ready for the playoffs. We all know that during the season he likes to take it easy. Doesn't like to play back-to-back games, is always low managing. He likes to take it easy, and for the playoffs he likes to turn it up. And he's not 100% right now. So I believe that he has a team that can let him take his time to get ready for the playoffs. So I'm expecting Paul George to shoulder the load, at the beginning of the season. During the regular season, maybe the first half, Paul George is going to be the one leading this team, the one putting up the amazing stats, locking down the best defenders. And as time goes on, Kawhi Leonard is going to try to take that role to lead the team. But Paul George is no scrub, bro. Last season, he put up 24 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, and averaged 2.2 steals per game while having a decent shooting split. Like I said before, he didn't play all 82 games, but he did play 31 games last season. And in those games, the Clippers actually won 18-13. And they were going to make it to the playoffs had he not gotten Kobe. He missed the last 2 playing games because of COVID reasons. But what this shows me here is like a healthy Paul George will be able to carry this team to the playoffs now that Kawhi needs some time to get 100%. And bro, when Kawhi is at 100%, oh my goodness, the league better watch out, because a starting 5 of John Wall, who can change speeds, find the open man, and is actually a better jump shooter now than when he, like 5 years ago. And then you have Paul George, one of the league's best two-way players and a top 15 player in the league right now, with potential to be a top 5 player. And Kawhi Leonard, if his body is right, Leonard is a top 3 player in the league who impacts the games on both ends. And this guy is clutch, bro. Remember that shot against the Toronto Raptors back in the 2019 playoffs? That shit was incredible, bro. Then you have Marcus Morris. Offensively, he's primarily a spot-up 3-point shooter who can be streaky yet dangerous when feeling comfortable. And then you have Zubac playing the 5. The primary screen setter and dirty worker of the club. Zubac is the most reliable of a thin group of big men right now. I would say like he's not on the level of Joel Embiid or Nikola Jokic, but remember Kevon Looney last season during the playoffs, how important he was? Zubac can bring that to the Clippers, bro. He can. And I haven't even mentioned Norman Powell is coming off the bench, who was a great player for the Trail Blazers. Like, I cannot believe the Clippers ended up getting this guy. And also Reggie Jackson, bro. Reggie Jackson, I'm not sure how the Clippers are going to do it with the starting point guard position, because Reggie Jackson could start for them. But if I'm the Clippers, I will let John Wall be the starting point guard because he's the facilitator. He's the guy that's going to set the guys up in the best position possible. Like I said before, this guy's averaging 9 assists per game throughout his career. That's crazy, bro. You got to start this guy. And Reggie Jackson is a shooting guard in the point guard position. He can give you 50 points off the bench like a Jordan Clarkson type player, like a Jordan Poole type player. Like, you need those players that can give you 15 plus points per game off the bench, so that when the starters are resting, then they come back in the game, there was some offense going, some people scoring, not just like not scoring no points. Like when LeBron James used to sit down back on his 2018 Cavalier days, like that was their biggest problem. So I'm hoping that they do start John Wall at the point guard position, and I think that's better for them. But looking at this team, they have the stars, they have the coach, they have the bench, they have the veterans, they have a nice starting 5 that can defend, that can play offense. They have everything, bro. So the potential is there. They might be the team that are going to be lifting the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the season. I think they have the potential, bro. I'm not going to say they're going to win it all, but let me know down in the comment section your thoughts on the Clippers. Can they be the team lifting the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the season or not? Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you if you made it this far also. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And hopefully, I'll see you all in the next one.